So Colombo was still in a coma. And then at one point, Thomas DeBella took over?
Yeah, he was the acting boss for Persico.
Okay, because Persico went to prison, so now DeBella is the main guy.
Right.
What was your relationship like with DeBella?
Very good. I mean, he's the guy that administered the oath over me. I had a good relationship with him. I drove him around quite a bit, and I got along with him. He was an old timer, old school, really a street guy. But, we knew that he was there on Junior's behalf, but he ran the family well.
Okay. And, Persico takes over, but he's kind of in and out of prison because in 1973, he went to prison for hijacking and loan sharking, and he got 8 years. But he's still kind of trying to run the family from, behind bars.
Yes.
So how was that working out? Was there just no boss during that time?
No, I mean, DeBella, did a good job. And the smart thing about Junior is he had a lot of his family involved. You got to understand, there's a lot of nepotism in our life. And it's basically security reasons. I mean, you expect that your family is going to be loyal to you through thick and thin. So, he had his cousins, he had his brother, he had his son, he had his nephews. So, there was a lot of loyalty to Junior during that time. And he was able to, to maintain control. And he ran the family pretty good until, his downfall was when he got the 100 plus years on the commission case. And he left Little Vic Arena as acting boss. And I think you know what happened then. Then the family went to war again, which is normal for the Colombos. Every couple of years, we go to war.
Well, at one point when Persico went to prison, he had Gennaro Langella.
Yeah, Jerry Lang.
Jerry Lang. He became the acting boss. And there was a whole thing about the Concrete Club, where they started taking over all the labor unions, like the cement union, the concrete union and everything else like that.
Well, that was the basis for the whole commission case. Giuliani, his office put that whole case together. But Jerry Lang was the underboss. He was my underboss. So, but again, he got in trouble too. So he was part of that commission case, or a case. I think it was part of the commission case, or there was a case just before that that he was convicted on also, when he got a ton of years also. So, when these guys go away, it's very difficult unless you have somebody that's close to you. It's difficult to maintain control because there's so much going on all the time. And when you're facing that kind of time, it's just hard,
Well, 1979, Persico gets out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
But then in 1981, he got convicted for conspiracy and racketeering, and he got sentenced to 5 years prison again. So he's just like getting out a couple of years and going right back in.
Yes.
So it was pretty much a mess.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't stay out of, like my dad, they couldn't stay out of prison. My dad would come home, get violated, go back, another case, and Junior had the same deal going on with him. So, how do you maintain control of 115 guys effectively from behind bars? It's difficult. If you got somebody out there you can really trust, well then, it helps, but it's still very difficult.
Well, at one point, Persico put a hit out on you. Was that around this time or way later on?
No, this was after I walked away from the life. Also in my case, Junior took it very personal when I walked away because we had some things going on, and I think he was very upset about it. And he thought that, he and I had some things going on. Maybe I could hurt him too. I could have, but I didn't.
Okay. So during this time, the commission was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the commission was, the 5 families in New York, but it also was Jersey as well?
Yeah, I mean, when you say the commission is a big deal, are you referring to the commission trial by Giuliani? Yeah.
Right. Well, in 1985, there was the Mafia commission trial.
Right.
So what commission was that based on exactly?
Well, it's the head of the families. If you're a boss and you get a seat on the commission, and that's it. I don't know if that was really the commission case. I guess you can label it that. They did, and obviously it was effective. They convicted everybody, but the commission is always alive and well if the bosses are there.
Okay, so 1985, they try to take everyone down in this Mafia commission trial.
Right.
Were you involved in this at all or no?
Not at all.
Okay, because you weren't high enough You weren't high enough in the...
No, and I wasn't involved. Well, no, I wasn't a boss, and I wasn't involved in that whole concrete union deal that they were involved in.
Got it. Okay, and Giuliani was the head of all this?
Well, it came out of the Southern District, the indictment, so it was his office. And I believe, again, that it was his idea to create this indictment of the commission under the RICO statute.